And whilst it may be raining here at Aintree this morning, it's going to brighten up to sunshine and showers. That's really a story for many of us on what will be quite a blustery Saturday. I'll have the forecast, Michael will have the sport, live from Aintree here on Breakfast.
Matt is at Aintree for the Grand National, as is Mike. They've been enjoying themselves there. Hello, you look rather snazzy under that lovely jacket.
Good morning. Oh, thank you very much. I thought I'd put a little bit of extra effort in. Big special day, of course. The National takes place here at Aintree later on. The preparation are already starting to take place for the hordes of crowds that come in later. Of course, there's been nearly 200 years of horse racing history here at Aintree. First winner of the Grand National was back in 1839, aptly named Lottery. And because the National takes place so early in the spring, they've had to face all sorts of weather conditions over the years, from heavy snow, torrential rain. The hottest Grand National, though, was in 2011, 19 degrees the high, even though we saw temperatures higher than that here earlier this week. And we'll get nowhere near that, of course, today. Let's take a look at that forecast for today, shall we? Because here at the Aintree racecourse, it is raining at the moment. The rain will clear, sunshine will come out, but we're likely to see patches of showers come through, especially from early morning to mid-afternoon. So prepare for those. Quite a blustery wind. It's going to feel cool, 10 or 11 degrees the high through the second half of the day.
I'm sure Matt will be much more accurate when it comes to telling us what's happening with the weather. I think we can all say it's raining where you are, and what's going to happen with the weather. Morning.
Yeah. Let's hope I can. Yes, very good morning to Naga. Morning to you as well. Welcome back to Aintree, of course, Grand National Day. And as Naga's rightly pointed out, pretty wet start behind. We've had some heavy rain in the last hour or two. Probably welcomed on the ground and the course here. We're chatting to some experts yesterday who said it's always better to be a little bit softer when it comes to the Grand National. But there have been occasions in the past where there's been far too much rain. Back in 1928, heavy rain, heavy underground as well. Saw only 2 out of a field of 42 runners cross the finishing line, the eventual winner being Tipperary Tim at amazing odds of 100 to 1. Thankfully, no conditions like that today, because even though it's raining here at the moment, skies are set to brighten. In fact, if I just cast my eyes out towards the west, I can see the clouds starting to break up. So
now, you are wrapped up there. It's pretty chilly this morning. What's it like there? It was very windy in Salford as well. What's it like there?
Yeah, fairly blustery. We've had quite a wet morning so far, Naga, but things are turning a little bit drier now. But in just a few hours' time, millions across the world will be watching as the horses thunder up across the course towards the finishing line of the Grand National later on. The course is good to soft so far, but there's been a bit of welcome rain overnight to soften it up a little bit further. But back in 1901, the course was actually covered in thick snow. So much so that the eventual winner, Grundon, had butter smeared between its hooves, reportedly, to stop the snow from clumping. And thankfully, no such problems with that. Despite the chill here this morning, we're not going to see any snow here, but it is going to be a rather chilly day if you're heading along.
What a sporting day ahead. The Grand National starts at 4 o'clock here. The ground is pretty muddy and wet, but it'd be nice and soft for the horses. And I'm so relieved that the rain has stopped and the sun has poked out. No horses at the moment. I think they've all gone in for their breakfast through the washdown area. Matt's gone on off, I think, to put a little tip on, but I feel a bit bad, Naga and Charlie. I gave him a sort of a tip. Dirty carpets. But it's a joke. Never beaten. But he doesn't know that. He'll soon realise.
You know, that is the kind of joke that I wouldn't get either. I would have been stumped by that. I would have carried on. I would have gone to the bookies and tried to put a bet
I still
on.
don't get it.
Oh, you don't get it? Do you want to say it again, Mike? We'll see. Give it a second go.
Dirty. Yeah, OK. Well, earlier we heard that punter fool me by saying creosote. I went to think, oh, I don't know that horse. Of course, great over fences. We've had V-jump. OK, really good jumper. Dirty carpets. Never beaten. You know, that's why it's dirty, because it's never been beaten to clean.
Bye, Mike.
Yeah.
Bye.
We're there now. We're there
Well, no
now.
wonder Matt hasn't got it then. I'll go and find Matt and tell him before he's
Just
too
go.
late.
Just
He
go.
spends a fortune.
See you, Mike.
8:51 is the time.
Are you a little bit close to that track there?
Very close. They're doing all the last-minute prep here, Naga. Yeah, the energy level's really starting to build here in Aintree, but look at that. Behind me as we look down the course towards the stadium and the stands, we're going to have tens of thousands of people there. Blue skies at last overhead. We started the morning with torrential rain here for a while, but that is a promising sign. Unfortunately, the blue skies won't last all day long.
The chair, I have to interrupt because I've just heard some rustling somewhere here. I think there's a lesser spotted Matt. Oh, he's here, Matt Taylor with the weather. Matt, I've got to hand you by teaching you a voice coaching exercise that I learned from Laura Wright earlier. So this apparently will help our presenting, help our weather forecasting, our sport.
I'm thinking it will sound more like a horse, though. I know.
I'll get out your way.
Oh, yeah, we'll stay on tune with the weather instead. I think if I start singing, the storm clouds will appear once again. But yes, in just a few hours, this world-famous racecourse will have millions of eyes upon it. Massive changes in weather conditions over the years here. 1901, a huge snowstorm. 1928, the rain was so heavy, the going so... soft, in fact, that only 2 out of the 42 runners actually successfully crossed the finish line. But today, the weather a little bit more benign.
Would be a ceasefire that was holding in Lebanon, as well as unfreezing of assets. We've not had any further word on that. Now, these talks are happening tantalisingly close. In fact, we know that JD Vance is just across the road, we understand, in the Serena Hotel, or he definitely was earlier today. What we haven't had is very much information about exactly what's gone on. We know both sides have met the Pakistan team, but as yet, there is no confirmation that they will meet face to face.
Carrie, for the moment, thank you very much.
Splashdown confirmed. All 4 crew members now out of integrity. From the pages of Jules Verne to a modern-day mission to the moon, a new chapter of the exploration of our celestial neighbor is complete.
Good afternoon. April showers and cool, blustery winds just about sums up the weekend weather because of this deep area of low pressure to the northwest of the UK. The tightly packed lines indicating those stronger winds, enhanced further by the gusts around those showers. So yes, it will feel cool, but equally we'll see some nice spells of sunshine in between. And tomorrow, the pollen levels are high again in central and eastern areas where we see some of the best of the sunshine as well.
Hello there, very good afternoon to you. Some typically spring-like weather to come over the next few days. It's not the best, it's not the worst, but there will be strong blustery winds developing from time to time with squally showers, some rumbles of thunder and maybe some hail too. A little bit milder and slightly more settled by the time we get into next week, but we've got a bit of weather to get through first.
Hello, it's been a day of 2 halves to start the weekend. Dull and damp this morning, so much sunnier this afternoon. Low pressure close by the UK, in charge of things this weekend. Gave us this weather front, albeit quite weak this morning with a cloud and a little bit of rain. Once that moved through, the sunnier skies arrived. The low still close by tomorrow, stays breezy, and after a fine start as this weather front heads our way, we're likely to see some showers arriving during the afternoon. So tomorrow, another day of 2 halves. We're just flipping things around. The brighter weather will be in the morning. The chance for showers comes in the afternoon and evening, and it will stay on the breezy side and still feeling rather cool for the time of year, particularly after the warmth of last week.
Hello there. It's been a day of blustery winds and frequent April showers, some of which have been heavy, thundery. We've even seen some hail in some of the showers. That Weather Watcher picture came from Herefordshire.
Hello there. Hope you've had a lovely day. Despite the weather's best efforts, it's mixed out there. All very average, though, for the time of year. As far as your outlook is concerned, there'll be strong blustery winds, heavy showers with some hail and thunder thrown in for good measure, possibly some sunny spells too. But things will settle into next week, turning a little bit milder as well.